Hi Felters and welcome. It's the 4th of July. We're starting this nice and early for once. I've got a few things for you. Now I dropped off my 2 sheep heads at Art Week. It takes them the whole week to set up and I popped in, checked on them, just tidied them up so they're hanging up on the wall. I know where they are. Everything looks perfect. They haven't like got damaged or anything. And they look great. So it's Friday, it opens on Sunday. We're going to go on the Monday because it's really busy on the Sunday. It's a whole week. Holmfirth Art Week is, they take over our town hall, and they also do a lot of fringe venues, so a lot of cafes and other places. So they'll be showing local artists' work as well. But the town hall has got like the majority of the artists in it. There's probably about 250, 300 artists' work in there. And so that's where I am. You don't like get chosen to be in it. You just buy a ticket and you pay £20 and then you pay 20% commission as well, which goes towards charity. And they've raised, I think thousands, 66,000, I think last year. I'm not 100% sure, but they've raised thousands for charity. So it's really good. Great idea. Loads of volunteers that help out with it. So it's a big thing around here and it attracts a lot of people to come and see it as well. So it's great for all the cafes and restaurants. So I'm really happy with them. We'll go and see them on Monday and then we'll follow them throughout the week. Last year I had 2 Highland cows in there, two actual sculptures of the whole Highland cows, and both sold, but not till the last day. So I was like, I just thought they weren't going to sell at all. And then the last day they both had red dots. So you can imagine I was over the moon. So yeah, we'll go and see those on Monday and then I'll probably go down again on Friday because you need to know whether to go down to pick them up anyway if they don't sell. Although you do get a text, I think, when they sell, so that's really good. Now, so that's fab. Next thing, sorry, I've just been cleaning the bathroom. My husband's just cut the grass. Housework, just so annoying, isn't it? It just gets in the way. Now, probably a while ago, maybe a year ago, I showed you some stuff from Bob and Brad. They contacted me for this. This is the little hand massager, and I actually love this one loads because it fits in my hand. It's nice and quiet. I can, because I have muscles here that hurt, so I can just put that on my muscles, and it's not very disturbing if we're watching TV. And it's got lots of other sort of heads that you can put on. But they contacted me again after and said to try something else, and I said, oh no, I've sort of done quite a lot of their stuff because I did another massage gun that goes hot and cold. And I said the only thing I'd be interested in if you ever did one is a hand massager. They contacted me probably about 3 days ago. They're now selling these in Europe, so because they're an American company, and so this is now available within Europe, and it is the real massager for real relief. And I said yes, I would definitely test it for them, so it's gifted, so I can say what my honest opinion on it. I also have a discount code for you, 10% off, and a referral link so that I get a tiny amount of affiliate commission, which is amazing because I didn't get that last time. But this is the one thing I really need. So I'm going to just open it up. I'm going to put it down on the desk, open it up with you and show it to you. And we're going to test it out over the month. Yeah, we'll open it up together, have a quick look in a minute. So that's that. I'll show you that in a sec. The next thing I'm working on is I'm doing a frog for my patrons, which I'm so happy to finally be getting around to. It's going to be called Ferny Frog or Fern the Frog or something like that. When I try and design something, I type in Fern the Frog, and lots of other Fern the Frogs came up for a knitted one, a drawing one. There's no Fern the Frog that I can see for needle felting, so I think not that it's copying, because it would be probably a different frog, whatever. But I always like to try and check these things. It's not, at some point I might design something that is similar to someone else's design. I hope I don't, but so I always do try and check. So Fern the Frog, going to do that. And I'm also going to do Highland Cow 2D picture and then do the video with the embroidery on the top. And I am so happy with the shape of the Highland Cow head that I've come up with. And then the next target at some point is to put the advent calendar out, and you're going to be with me on the journey as to whether I sell any advent calendars. So I think I know the price. The cost price is £77. I'm thinking of doing it at £89.50, but I haven't included the credit card fee, which will be, I think, £2 to £3. So I might have to do it at £92.50 to account for that, so that I make, I'd say, I'm going to make mistakes. So probably I'm looking at a £10 profit per advent calendar, which is £1,000. It's going to take me a month to do them all because I've got to do all the videos as well. So £1,000 for a month's work is pretty good, I think. So you're going to be with me on that journey of releasing them. So that'll be exciting, hopefully, fingers crossed. Right, let's just open this up and have a quick look. So here it is. Let's open this up. I don't know if anyone's ever seen a hand massager. You put your hand in and the sort of inside bits sort of expand up and down to massage your hand. So, I do like their stuff. I really think it's well made. So you got a little bag, user manual. It looks like one of those nail things, doesn't it? Ooh, that looks nice. Yeah, it's heavy. It's good. I always think it is quality stuff. Oh, that's to roll up and down your fingers. There's a finger massager included. There's a cable. Oh, gloves. Is that if you want gloves? Oh, okay. So you just put your hand in, fingers come out the other side. So, right, let's set it up. And just in case you didn't know, Bob and Brad have a YouTube channel. Loads of advice. I found them because of my plantar fasciitis with my feet, but they are physical therapists, basically, and they have a really great YouTube channel. It does heating and air compression, it says. So I think the gloves are if you want to put hand cream on, or if you've got lots of hand cream on already because you don't want to get the machine dirty. It's on, or it's working. Wow, that's so clever. It charges up. So once it's charged, I'm assuming you can use it wherever you need to, like on the sofa. I wonder if it's noisy. So I'm going to let it charge up. That's a shame. I really wanted to use it now. Okay, it's a bit later. It's all charged. And so this is the inside of it. So it's quite sort of soft. And you put your hand in. So I'm going to turn it on. And I then proceeded to record 3 minutes of me trying this out. I don't know why I thought you would find this interesting. Anyway, it's really firm, really strong. It feels like a blood pressure check, but on your hands. And I'm going to use it for the whole month and then come back to you and report as to what I think it's like. So we'll talk about this later on in the video.
Everybody has their job, 9 to 5, and getting drained. They settle for second best, scared to risk what the future might bring. What the future might bring. I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door. If I love all the ways the world puts me to the test, if I embrace every fall, learn to grow and keep myself tall, would it hurt at all? I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door.
So we literally went to Wales for one night, and this is Conwy Falls. I can't say it properly, sorry. And it was lovely, really great waterfall. There's loads of waterfalls in Wales to go and visit. This was 20-minute walk round, £2, had parking, but it was very up and down. You'll see the terrain in a minute, so you have to be okay with walking up and down, quite hilly. But yeah, quick, lovely place to visit. And then after that we went to, and I've never been there, Portmeirion. So Portmeirion was designed in 1925 by Clough William Ellis, who's an architect, and he wanted to show how a naturally beautiful location could be developed without spoiling it. And it's a really unique place to visit. I mean, look at it. It looks like you're in France or something. So he did a art and crafts design with the first lot of houses, and then he went classical or Palladian with the second stage of houses that he built. It's just really different. It's definitely worth a visit. It just feels really unusual for it to be where it is. You just walk around sort of just looking at everything and amazed by it. And we went on a really hot day. So it's exactly sort of how it would be presented as a sort of European city. And then there's a little sort of Welsh cottage in the middle of it. Great to go and visit. Loved it. There's a hotel there. There's a spa. There's all sorts of things. We ate down the bottom and you're right by the water. So Port, he renamed it Port, and then Merion is to do with Merioneth, which is the county in which it lays. So he renamed it. But interesting visit. It's Tuesday. My husband's popped away for a few days doing a video, so I sort of have lots of time. That's a dog. Hello. This is who was at the door. Greasy. Right, go and sit down in your bed. So let's start off. Firstly, yesterday I went to Holmfirth Art Week, and I am over the moon because I've sold both of my sheep heads. I went in with the children. They were ahead of me. They went round the corner, came back with big smiles because I was looking at something with big smiles on their face. And I went round and I saw the Hebridean had a red dot, and I was like, oh my God, that was so good. And I don't know why, for about 30 seconds, I didn't realise that the Valet head had sold as well. So both sold. Can't thank the person enough, because, or I sort of think, did it go to the same person? Did they buy 2 sheep heads? But it's a lot of money, and it's so reassuring and just lovely when someone appreciates your work that much to pay that much money. So I'm very, very grateful and very fortunate and lucky. So that's that, Holmfirth Art Week. So I don't need to go and collect them, which is great. But I am going to go back down. I have got some footage for you. I might put it in a minute. But I wanted to go and I went with my husband, so we were quite fast, but I want to go and have a long, slow look around at everything, because I get lots of inspiration and ideas from places like that. Had my Zoom call with my patrons last night, which was always, it's just so lovely. There's about 20 or 25 of us, but they're all regulars, and then occasionally new people come in, and it's just great. And you don't have to have your video on, you know, you can just listen if you're nervous. And you can chat in the chat box at the side. So yeah, if it's something you're thinking about and you want a needle felting group, it's 2 Zoom calls a month. You're more than welcome. So it's £5 my Patreon, or I think it's $7 is what it equates to be, because there's a tax that goes on top of it that I don't get, but I set it at £5, and you get, I've got some PDFs on there. I've got lots of tutorials now, 1 or 2 podcasts, and then the Zoom calls, and then I do giveaways as well. And that's what, so the frogs, I have got to this point. I was doing these over the weekend. I'm not happy with either of them. They're just not quite right. They're a bit too, I sort of think basic, but a bit too cutesy. So I'm going to do another different design, and I've just got them up here so I can look at them and see what I don't like about them. But yeah, not happy, going to redo that. But had the Zoom call, and again, the ladies were asking about the advent calendar. So I thought I should knuckle down. Instead of doing the new frog, I was just giving myself a slight break on the frog. And I have spent the morning, I've solved my shipping problem, my password problem. It didn't take that long. Won't explain why the shipping wasn't working. It was a minor thing. You have to take out £2. You'd have to take out a certain amount per item, but I've worked it out. And then I spent all day doing the inspo graphics for the advent calendar and also all the description. I've looked at other people's advent calendars to make sure I don't miss any important details. I'm trying to answer people's questions, but I'm going to put the little inspo page on Instagram as well, and it's going to be this weekend, so that's exciting. I've still got things to do, like I've got to guesstimate the actual shipping because I don't have an advent calendar all done up with everything in it. Haven't purchased everything, so I've got to sort of guesstimate how much the shipping or what the weight. Someone walking past probably. So I've got to guesstimate what the shipping is, and a few more bits and pieces to do, but I think I will be on top of it, and I think it will be out this weekend. In fact, I'm going to put it on Instagram and say it's going to be out this weekend, so then I have to do it. But yeah, that's that. So new frog. But I'm just taking, because it's like I spent a lot of time on the computer today just doing that. I just want to break from this room. I'm just going to go next door. But yeah, that's the update so far, but pleased that I've cracked on a bit with the advent calendar. Very excited about the advent calendar too, actually. I sort of can't wait. Well, I can't wait till everything's posted. And it's the 1st of December, but then I'm going to be a nervous wreck. But anyway, yeah, I'm pleased with what I've done so far. So this is Holmfirth Art Week. So this is the main hall. There's lots of entries that go in here, and then you've got a couple of floors going up, so you can see there's loads of pictures. So I tried to get you some with needle felting in. These were absolutely massive, those ones. They are needle felted or 2D pictures. This was a crochet. I thought it was really interesting because it was all one colour. Loved the mushrooms and pumpkins, and look, red dots everywhere. They'd all sold. They were such a good price. I would have got in there if I could have. This is some embroidery work. These dogs are in it every year. They're sculptures, and I love the characters of these dogs. And then there were some big sculptural pieces there as well, because we've got Sculpture Lounge. This is Zoe Stainton, who I've done a workshop on before in one of my previous studio vlogs, or I think it was a separate video actually. So she had quite a few pieces. It's good to see she has some slightly smaller pieces this year. Red dot there, so that's nice to know that things are selling. And she also had a separate venue, which I'll show you in a minute. Love, love, love these crocheted wreaths. Think I might do some in the future. This is, I think it's Heartfelt Dogs. I'll double check the name. And she's local to us as well. And she won Best Newcomer because it's her first time doing it. But look at her dogs. They're so gorgeous. But I'll show you, her and Zoe were in another venue with lots more pieces. Puffins. This lady's always here with quite a few pieces. The puffins always sell, people. You've just got to make puffins. Love the locks on that sunflower. Really beautiful to see how she's used those locks. Red dot as well. And then here we are, my 2 red dots. I was over the moon about, just like so happy. Really, really happy. So this is Zoe's more pieces in a different venue, and you've seen her work before. It's really, really characterful, stunning. It's real sculptural pieces is what I say, pieces of art. And then on the other side of the room is Heartfelt Dogs. And look at her display, isn't it fantastic? She does commissions for people, and she asks about their dogs and their character. And she sort of says, you know, if we do a characterful dog in clothing, would they be gardening? What would they be doing? And she develops it from there. She's actually doing some workshops. I'll show you the little workshop leaflet in a minute, but yeah, her pieces are stunning. Just beautiful. So needle felt your own doggy, so she does workshops, so do look her up if you're interested. So today it's even warmer. It's going to be like 29-30 for the next few days, so I've walked the dogs really early again. It's kind of good because I've sort of done all the housework, I've hoovered and done the bed sheets all super early, which is a lovely thing because that's when it's the coolest part of the day. And I've pulled all the blinds downstairs because we've got a lot of windows that face the sun. So I've got a fan, just trying to keep it cool down there. So far, so good. So it's 9:30 and I can start work. Now, I ordered this box for the advent calendars. This is my issue. I'm trying to fit the advent calendar in here to make postage cheaper for Australia and America. But I don't actually have the whole advent calendar. I have to guesstimate. So I'm going to go next door and I'm going to pull bits of wool and pretend I've got sort of the 25 days worth of stuff and see if I can get it in here. Because I can't make a mistake on this. If I make a mistake and can't fit the advent calendar in here, all of my profit will go, because postage will go up £10 for the US, so, and for Australia. I'm not posting to Canada, I'm so sorry. I can't post to the EU because of the GSPR. You have to get an agent for that, and there's quite a bit of paperwork. It's definitely possible, but I don't sell enough to the EU, and I had so many issues posting there anyway that I took it off. But even just to get a GSPR agent is like £600 or £700, and they will say that your stuff is safe. They sort of look at your stuff and check that it's safe for EU regulations. Yes, Canada. I've had quite a lot of trouble with Canada postal, not customs, and things can be delayed there for sort of 4 to 6 weeks. And when someone contacts me after, sorry, I put this down, after 6 weeks of not getting that item, I feel awful because they shouldn't have to wait that long. So I start to refund them postage, and then eventually I'll refund them the item, and the item will arrive sort of 2 months later. But I've refunded them by then because I just feel so bad. They shouldn't have to wait that long, and it's not my fault. So Canada, I took that off my list as well. I'm really, really sorry because I've had people ask about that. But I've had quite a few patrons join getting ready for Saturday for the release. But I honestly think my levels are going to be about 30 to 40 on Patreon, and then I'll release the rest of them on Sunday. But it's very exciting. It's Friday today, so I've got to finalise this postage. I'll go and do that now. I've just gone through it all here in the garage. I got to about 3/4 worth of the advent, the imaginary amount of advent, into the tote bag. It will not fit in the box. That's what I've got to do it at. It has to be medium parcel. It's going to be the more expensive bracket, but I can't fit it in, and I can't make a mistake with this. And the box that the people had given me, when I actually measure it here, I purchased it as being under 90. It was 88 centimetres because total length shouldn't be more than 90 centimetres. But measuring it whilst it's here at home, it's like 93 centimetres. So I can't have any issues. So it's going to be medium. That's it. If people don't want it in the US, I completely understand, because that postage is going to be £30. It's going to be, you know, a lot of money. But it's a big project, so it is what it is. If I send them cheaper, I will give everybody refunds. So I think that's my decision. That's what it's going to have to be. Right, it's Saturday morning. We've got 1 minute to go. I'm really nervous before the advent calendar goes live to all my patrons, and I've set everything. I don't know what else to do. I'm sure it's all correct, and I don't know how to monitor if I get sales, because normally I get them as emails. Oh my God. Right, let's just go on to my Patreon, then I'll know as the post goes out. It's out. Oh my God. I watch people like Harvey Art do all their sort of launch things, and they get so nervous, and I completely get it. I'm really nervous that everything's going to work. At least it is my patrons, so they'll be understanding if things go wrong. Right, so it's live. Let's see. What do? Go to my email, I suppose. And I won't know if it's working until the first sales come through. Right, I can see it on... Oh my God, someone's done it. Hang on a sec. Ruth, you are number 1. Oh my God, it's worked. There's another one. Paid. Sarah, you're 2nd. Well done. Deborah, you're 3rd. Well done, Deborah. That's brilliant. Deborah just messaged on Patreon, 3 minutes to go. Someone else it was like 1:30 in the morning in America. So that's 3 sold in 3 minutes. Okay, it's 4 minutes past 9 and 8 are sold. The first one in America has sold, so the postage is working. So that's Gemma. Well done. And then I've got Mandy and Lisa and Julie and Janice. Oh, thank God. It seems to be working. I'm okay. and people are ordering. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I'll just calm down a bit and I'll talk to you in the next hour when we see where we're at, because it's pretty early. We walked the dogs already, so I knew I'd have plenty of time just to sit here and do these orders. But thank you so much to everybody who's ordering. I'm so grateful. Can't believe it. Sorry, I've got the fan on if you can hear it. That is 9:25 and we have sold 67, so that's 31. No, 32 have sold. And hopefully now it will just slow down. Everything works. That is such a relief. And hopefully I'm going to end up going into tomorrow with at least 50. And you know, I don't reckon, because I had a lot of people join Patreon because I was doing it for £5 discount. And I don't reckon I'm going to sell that many tomorrow morning at 9 to the public, maybe 10, I reckon. So I will have them on sale for, I don't know, I'll probably leave them up for the next 2 weeks because I will want to finish and then start ordering everything. So I'll have the money that I need and then I can start ordering for everything to start arriving and then bagging it up and stuff like that. Later on, and this is a yarn I've got to cake up. It's from Blue Fan Yarns. They were doing a sale. This is Pan is the colourway. It's Yak Luxe DK, Superwash Merino Yak. So it's all silky and smooth and it will go with the crochet blanket really nicely. So I've got to cake that up and get that ready. I have been making this afternoon some bits of Mr. Frog. Again, my next frog because I wasn't happy. I'm sure I showed you my other frogs. There they are up there. If I didn't show you, I wasn't happy with those. I'm sure I showed you. So I'm now doing this frog here. And then also, just to show you, I only have 31 advent kits left. So that's not 69, but 68 that I've sold to my patrons. I can't believe it. And now I'm panicking as to whether I'll have enough for tomorrow morning. Hopefully I will, but I'll see you in the morning and let you know where we're at. So the boxes have started for the advent calendar stuff, which I can't show you any of it. So it's going to be a lot of footage I'm not going to be able to show you, but it's very exciting. So this is that little Mr. Claus that I just showed you, starting to get little colours on it. It's quite small stitches. I'm just doing the edge of my green blanket, which I showed you earlier. So I'm really getting there with it. I've got quite a thick wool that I'm using on the edge. I didn't want to use it in the blanket. I thought it would make a nice thick border. You can see there it's working really well. And there we are, it's all done. So super happy with it. It's going to go in my office. I'll show you it on my chair in a minute. But all those colours, and I was saying two of the colours are from my temperature blanket. This is my most favourite colour. This was pan colour from, I can't remember where it was from. I spoke about it, Blue Fern Yarn, that was it. I really love that colour. But yeah, using up a couple of my temperature blankets, stash ones, and there it is in my office. And just doing a little bit more work on this Father Christmas. Does it look like the picture? There we go. I'll show you it a little bit later on. But yeah, super happy with him. It's been a few days. It's the 21st. It's a Monday. So I kind of feel I didn't really update you on the advent calendars. I guess I was kind of overwhelmed by how quickly they sold and that people wanted them. I was just absolutely gobsmacked. So they sold out by, I think, about 2 p.m. on the Monday, so about 2.5 days, which obviously a day was on my Patreon, and I sold 75 of them on my Patreon site alone. So I cannot, thank you guys enough. It was incredible. And then the rest sold out, and I've had a few people contact me. Now I am going to overmake. So obviously I've sold 100, I'm going to make 110, because if any get lost in the post, I have to have a backup. And any that don't, after I've waited a whole month from when I've posted them, I will sell them. So there still will be the chance to get a couple if you want them. And if they don't sell, I don't know, I'll just keep them for the following year, I suppose. But yeah, so there's still a small chance, because I have had people contact me saying they've missed out. So yeah, that was incredible. I did have a couple of negative, people were upset that one person couldn't access the website, and I don't know why. Sometimes your cookies might block certain websites. I've had that before, but I don't know why they couldn't and 100 other people could access it and purchase it. And then she said, because she thought I'd put the price up of my Patreon to £7.50, which it wasn't. It was in the dollars. It was $7.50, which is £5.56 or whatever. And she thought I'd put the price up on Patreon to force people to join Patreon as the only way to purchase it, and said there was something naughty going on. And it's just, I explained it all to her, and she understood in the end. I hadn't put the Patreon price up. The 56p on top of the £5 is the tax that the government take, because they can't, because it's a digital item Patreon, they pre-tax it at the point of sale. Anyway, so I've set it at £5. I'd given my patrons a £5 discount for the advent because I felt that was fair. Even though that's £5 of my profit, and I'm probably making about £10. Hopefully I'm going to make a bit more than £10 profit per advent. The more I'm going through it and purchasing things, I think I've got this odd leeway, but then I've already upped something for Christmas Day because I had the extra money, so that was really good. So, but getting a negative comment where they think I'm trying to steal your money is like, makes you think, oh, I'm not going to do it then next year. Honestly, if I got loads of negative comments on my channel, even though people say, oh, you shouldn't let it affect you, it would affect you. And I would probably stop the channel if I got loads of negative comments. Luckily, everybody, 99.9% are just so lovely. Someone joined Patreon and then I didn't post to Canada. So they were upset, and I get that, because there was no way they could find out that I didn't post to Canada. So I just refunded them. It's, not a problem. I can refund people. Lots of people asked about Canada. They were so nice. And they could, they understood there's reasons and I don't want to say small business, but that is immediately the word I reverted to. I am a small business. I'm not as big as World of Wool, Heidi Feathers, some of the other ones they compared me to. But anyway, that, negative comments, quite hard to deal with sometimes, but the 99.9% is what you should focus on. So thank you with the advent calendars. Thank you so much. I'm having such fun ordering stuff. My garage is going to be full. And do you know what? I just can't show you. I can't show you any of it. So I think I'm going to do in sort of January how much the advent calendar cost and how I worked it all out, just as a sort of fun video to show you that the people that do these advent calendars, I don't think they make tons of profit. I think it's, for me, it's to promote my business. I'll have videos out on YouTube for it. So that's more the side of it that I'm looking at. I have been working on my frog. So he's kind of like in a yoga position. So this is my mushroom frog. I might finish him with a few more details. This is for my Patreons, which you saw me working on. And I put the vote out because I had the other two frogs that I didn't really like, but I thought I'll let the Patreons vote. Honestly, nearly 100 people voted. It's Mushroom Frog. He's the winner. So I'm making the video for him this week. And I kind of had the weekend off. Just because I was a bit overwhelmed with the advent calendar and everything. So I took the weekend off, or I think I took the Friday off as well. I say off, I was crocheting, and I made this guy, which you've seen me making as well. So this is my Christmas in July sort of little attempt, because lots of the knitters and crocheters do Christmas in July, where you start making things for family and friends and start getting things underway ready for Christmas presents. So that's why they call it, I think, Christmas in July. So I thought I'd do this one because I've got the pattern for his wife, this is Mr. Claus, and I'm super happy with him. He's so cute. It was really quite hard. I was really worried I couldn't do it, but I literally follow every stitch they say and it works out. I quite like maths because it's black and white. Following a pattern, as long as you understand the stitch is very black and white, it should work out. This was quite demanding to do, but I did it. And it's not perfect. I couldn't get the edge to fold down like it does, but I'm not going to fuss over it. I tried to sew it and it just looked all silly. So he's got a little hot chocolate inside with cream and candy cane. And that's his handle and that's his little beard. So I'll do his wife in December. And then, because I've had this sitting on my shelf for ages, I've started doing, these are the antlers for another of the deer. I've got, can you see that deer in the background there? That's my daughter's one. She's allowed me to have it in here. I'm going to do this one for my niece. And so that's the colour of the body, that's the ears. It's just I've got these wools. So I've started doing that. But today, Monday, I'm going to do Mr. Mushroom Frog, which I'm really looking forward to doing. He's quite sweet, but I haven't created a proper butt. He's got to have a nice butt. So we've got to sort that out. But yeah, I feel quite tired. I think it was all the excitement of the advent calendar. So yeah, it's nice to have a weekend. Oh, I finished this as well. I finished my blanket, which I showed you. And I did the edging in that nice thick wool. So I've used up lots of wools. I'm so happy with it, ready for autumn when I can start having it on my lap. I think most of August I'm probably not going to be able to do many videos for my main channel. I shall be recording for the Advent kit, which I'm really looking forward to. There's some really exciting things, but you guys will all see it in December. The videos are going to be on my main channel, so you can follow along with your own wools. I'm obviously not releasing a wool list because that would reveal what we're making and the excitement of it. So you might end up being a little bit behind, but the videos will all be up there. So let's start with Mr. Frog. So this little one is all done. Obviously, so that's the colours they do it in. I did it in my own colours, did the nose slightly differently and the eyes. They're not supposed to be stuffed. My husband was like, what happened to its body? It's been run over. But they're supposed to be knotted loveys, and that's what they're supposed to look like, so sort of children can carry them around. But it's my first one. He's got his little tail, really cute, floppy head. Nope, put him back down. That's a bit easier for you to see. But oh my goodness, this was really, it might be just the wool that I'm using. So tight and so difficult to tie the knot, so I'll change it slightly. I'm going to try and do a cow. But not for a bit, I'm happy. I've done it and given it a go. But there's lots of lovely animals in this book. See, there's the cow. So I might give the cow a go. But yeah, really happy. Letty lamb, but I did it in sort of Herdwicky colours. Then I'm just going to show you this like super briefly. I went to a thing called Stationery Fest. I follow lots of studio vlogs of other creative ladies, and Stationery Fest is where quite a lot of them go. So I could go to Stationery Fest and actually meet some of them, and it was so nice to talk to them and say, I support your channel, I watch it, I love your pieces, and I did buy a couple of pin badges, but I took my daughter with me, kind of like a secret mission. I just wanted her to see all these creative young ladies and men that had their own businesses through their art and their skills, and that were doing well. So I follow, like, this is CoconuTacha, Emily Harvey Art, Sunshine Lane, Swirlynix, Dellies Designs. I will list them, the ones that I follow, down below, because they've all got YouTube channels, and it's just about following their creative journey. It doesn't matter that it's different products to what I have. It's still very inspiring. And so this is Emily Harvey Art, who I've followed for a long time. She has an amazing Patreon for business. Again, it's like £5 a month, loads of people coming in every month to talk about business. So definitely worth it. And it was the other side of Manchester, it was in Wigan. So my daughter really enjoyed it, had a good look round. This is Dellies Designs, Adele, who's great too. But yeah, we had a really lovely time just walking around and being inspired by other creators and what they produce. It's just something a little bit different to show you. It's Monday the 28th, so this vlog is going to go up hopefully today or tomorrow. If you guys hadn't noticed, I have struggled to do too many extra videos for my YouTube channel because the advent calendar is keeping me busy, and it will do so in August, although I have some simpler, easier videos planned. I also am going to do that Highland Cow 2D and for my patrons, and then embroider it for the channel. That is my next project. Like, after this, as soon as I've done this, I'm going to start that. My daughter finished her horse picture. I'll just put an image over the top. Oh my God, it's absolutely fantastic. She likes doing realism. So she takes a photo and blows it up and sort of copies it perfectly. I wish she'd have carried on art, but then she's always got art to fall back on, so it's not a problem. She's doing forensic psychology at university, so that's going to be a real change, but she's really interested in it, so hopefully it'll go well. But she'll always have the art to fall back on. Thank you for all your kind messages about how wonderful her picture was last time, so I thought I'd show you it all finished. Carry on crafting. I have booked to go to that next year, so if you don't know what it is, go and see Amora. I think it's Amora Loves Yarn, or it's just Amora, A-M-O-R-A. I'll try and link that in the description. Let me write that down, Amora. I'll link her channel down below. She went to Carry On Crafting, and it's down south. It's a 2-day event. It looks amazing. I have booked my tickets already. I've booked a place to stay. I am definitely going next year for both days, and I'm going to try and do some workshops as well. But it looked just a beautiful, it was really hot this weekend, so I'm kind of glad I didn't go this year. One of my patrons had a stall there, and I think she did really well. I saw her on Amora, so that was really good. But yeah, Carry On Crafting next year. I'm going as a visitor, all booked. Can't wait. Really looking forward to that. What else have I booked? Yeah, I am considering doing a needle felting retreat next year for my patrons. They would get first choice, and then I'd put it out. But it would only be for about 12 people. So I am sort of interested in how people are running retreats, and I have found one that I think is a really good one and a really good price. It is Liberty or Liberty's Feltery is the name of the website. Again, I will link it down below. And it's in November. I'll put a picture up of what we're going to make. So I think it's a lovely make. It's for 2 days. It's in a hotel, so you get all your food. So I've booked on that for the November course. And 2 of my patrons are going already, so it's great. We're going to get to meet. So yeah, I'm going to try that retreat out and sort of see what I think about it. I'm also visiting another lady who's in my Patreon. She's doing a retreat. I think it's September or October time. I'm going to meet them for a day. And again, it's in a hotel. So it's good for me to get ideas about how you would run a retreat. Oh, very briefly, HRT update. I had to come off it because of the tablet. I wasn't getting on with the tablet. The progesterone, it was getting stuck in my throat. It felt like it was lodged there for like 2 days. It was really odd. But the doctor was like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. So I'm taking it a different way. I'm not going to say anything. And I felt it was helping me, so I'm glad I had to stop for a bit until I got a doctor's appointment back on it. Let's see how it goes. But the, what's it called? The turmeric capsules, I think they really helped as well. And along that lines, the massager, let me go and get it. Quick sip of tea. The massager. I thought I was going to try it out, come on here and go, yeah, you know, it's quite good. No, I love it. I absolutely think it's wonderful. I use it every night on both hands. So my hands, you've seen it, you know what it looks like. So my hands ache sort of up here when I finished the day of felting, and then a little bit of crochet as well. And I put my hands in aching and they come out not aching for this area here. It's the best piece of kit that I've had, used, tried. I absolutely love it. And I can 100% recommend it if you're having trouble with your hands, if they're aching. Now, it's very strong. It is like having blood pressure taken on your arm all over your hands. So for the first few days, it's a little bit like weird. But after that, I loved it. And I look forward to the pressure that it puts on my hands. I use it on the lowest setting. Twice I've gone up to the medium setting, which is really strong. So it's very strong, but it works brilliantly for me. The link is, I've got 10% discount for you from Bob and Brad. They've just written to me again. And that's in the description below. It's different for UK and US, so definitely have a look. And there are links on there for Amazon UK and US, but put this on your birthday list, Christmas list. This is absolutely brilliant. I love the little hand massager. I don't know if the 10% will still apply for that too, if you're looking for a massager, but 100% love that. Next up, the Hexie cardigan that I showed you. I'll just do a sort of video overlay here. It's coming along. I've done the second part nearly, and I'm just about to start attaching it, extending the arms, doing the cuff, all the sort of difficult bits. But I'm working on that slowly, so I hope to finish that next month. And lastly, when I watch other people like Crafty, Cleggs or whatever, they say they talk about incoming, which is stuff that they've purchased. So something that I purchased, I watch Craftably Ever After with Cassandra, and she does crocheted animals, crocheted bears and things like that, which are really beautiful. But she purchased this frog off an Etsy shop. And it was a late night purchase. I was watching it quite late at night, and I went on and they had a frog with a mushroom on the jumper. So I had to purchase it. Let me show you. So here is my little frog. And you may think I'm mad to have purchased this, but I absolutely love him. I'm calling it a him. He's got a little mushroom. I'll do a little close-up of him. He's got a little mug as well, and he's got the most adorable, oh, turn his shoes around. He's got the most adorable little shoes. So he's a mixture of crochet and knitted, I think, and he's from Durus Toy World. Now, if you go and look on her Etsy shop, you'll probably end up buying one. So do be careful, but he's absolutely gorgeous. And I sit him on the edge of my little box here and he stares at me. And because I was doing frogs for my patrons, I did 4 frogs this month. I thought I had to have him. He's just adorable. And I really like the face. I was struggling with the face of mine, so he was sort of inspirational. He really helped me. My husband has seen him as well, sitting on the top there, and he said, I haven't seen that. When did you get that? And he thinks he's gorgeous too, so that's good. Yeah, so that's it for now. Next month we have got Michaela Bartlett course. I have emailed her asking for, like, I said, is it possible, blah, 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 just to have a 10-minute sit down chat about your needle felting. And, you know, I've said, don't answer me now, wait till you meet me and get to know me. So hopefully I might get to sit down and have a chat with Michaela Bartlett. I will be doing a mini video on that, whatever. And I'll just, because I won't be able to video the actual workshop because I have to respect that it's private, so to say, like with the Moy McKay one. Look, he's got his legs crossed. So cute. But I will show you what I'm making, and I will talk about it in the evenings, and just sort of give you sort of as best I can, as much I can about it. If I get to interview Michaela, then obviously I'll include that as well. And I would be over the moon if I get to interview Michaela too. So we've got that coming up. And then I've got Advent calendar. I'm not going to do a studio vlog next month. There will be a few videos out, so it's absolutely fine. But I'm just doing Advent stuff, and I can't show you any of it, which the studio vlog wouldn't be very exciting, put it that way. And it might even creep into September like that. We'll have to wait and see. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Yes, I know I do a lot of crochet, but crochet keeps me fresh for the needle felting, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to do some of that cross stitch as well. I'm going to pick that one up again, the little mushroom cross stitch I've got, because I'm sort of finishing quite a few projects now. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a 2D Highland cow next. Looking forward to that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all your amazing comments. As always, I read every single comment. I do try to reply to every comment too. Have a wonderful month. And I hope if you're going on holiday, have a nice holiday. And we'll see you. Oh, I don't know when I'll do an update. Maybe I'll do a little one in September. But we'll see you soon. Happy felting, happy crafting. Take care. Bye.